Hello, everyone. My name is Tanisha Patton. This is my life and my journey throughout this project. I entered class not sure what to expect. When I first took my pretest, I was surprised at my scores. By getting 101 on the first test and a 259 on the second, I wasn't exactly sure what this meant for me. I grew up in a pretty diverse area, but was not sure if I gained as much knowledge as I should have about the groups that were around me. These test scores left me excited to see how the scores would change and what I would gain from the class. During my dominant and subordinate assignment, it was a struggle. I never, prior to this class, believed I belonged to any dominant groups, only those considered subordinate. I knew I was black, female, and of the working class. I figured that was all society saw. This project taught me that being heterosexual, young, and able-bodied made me dominant in today's society. While reflecting on my cultural biography, I see how past, present life experiences bring me to the social work profession. My friends and family, mostly my family, influenced my life. Coming from a large and close family, I kind of lived a sheltered life. It sheltered me from many outside influences. If you were a friend of mine, you could consider yourself lucky, seeing how my family was so large. My mother came from having five sisters, and her mother had siblings as well, but her father had even more. My grandfather had 24 brothers and sisters, and of which 17 cousins with the same age group as me. So, again, we were very large. We had each other, so we didn't really need friends outside of that. Three things majorly influenced me the most. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and these beliefs and values are still deeply rooted. When I was 20, my aunt was diagnosed with lupus. Lupus runs in my family. This hit me pretty hard. I was unfamiliar with this disease, but I knew that it was going to have some impact on our life. Me and my aunt, Erica, we were extremely close. She's the only thing I really remember as a child. I was always with her. Her passing away was the first time that I experienced death with someone I was close to. They say with time you get better, but each day it hurts as much as the last. She died at the age of 37. And to this day, I'm still dealing with it. When I was 23 years old, I moved to Georgia in that exact same year, not even a whole month later. My mother was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. This I took pretty hard. Determined to stay motivated, she didn't want me to lose focus. After all, I came to Georgia with the goal of getting my education so I can do better for myself. After numerous surgeries and removal of both breasts, she is happy. She is doing really well. From going from stage 4 to stage 2, every day is a struggle, but every day she pushes forward. She lets me know that it's okay, that you will make it through in adverse times. We weren't always the closest, but as an adult, she's become my best friend. For my immersions, I interviewed Omar Howard, a convicted felon who founded Freedom is a Choice. Along with that part of the immersion, I also interviewed a friend that I have still within the prison system. I wanted to see how each situation would parallel or if there would be major differences. On a recent visit home, I went to the cultural exhibit at the Arab American Museum. I'm not really familiar with the culture, so I thought it would be a great idea to go. Also, I was helping my brother with a project. I also interviewed an ex-classmate who was a forced refugee from Croatia. He taught me so much. I've never in my personal life encountered somebody that was a refugee. The immersion that meant the most to me, not just as a learning experience, but on a personal level, was attending the Atlanta Pride Festival. When I was 21 years old, my brother decided that he no longer wanted to speak to me or my family. This was hard because as a child, we were really close. Him being only 4 years older than me, both of us being the oldest in our family. He was the oldest boy, and I was the oldest girl. This was an experience I wish I could have had him there with me for. At the age of 25, he came out to us as being gay, and at the same time disassociated himself with us, feeling that we would judge him, or because of religious reasons, he just stopped coming around. He's 30 now, and I haven't talked to him since. He still lives in Michigan. I know exactly where he works. I've reached out to him numerous amounts of times. He refuses to reply to any of my advances. If I could speak to my brother again, I would just tell him I never stopped loving him and that I always will. This class has taught me first about self-awareness and secondly cultural awareness. By being aware of myself, it helps me understand my past life, these lessons, present day, and plan for my future. During my post-test, I was happy to be on level 4 on all accounts. Glad to see that I gained during this experience and process. I hope to take everything I learned and apply it to the field of social work. I hope to continue my education so that way I can take what I've learned and help others. I want to teach others what I've learned. I want them to stop the cycle of oppression, learn that the view that they have of themselves should be one that they create and not one that was given to them by society. One day I hope to be a great social worker. Thank you.